I wanted to talk about what's perhaps the best part of the night, which in my opinion, it was SummerSlam.
I agree.
SummerSlam was held in Cleveland, and it was incredible through and through. And Triple H cooked. Absolutely.
He outdid himself.
Absolutely. It was one of the best PLEs, is what they're calling them now, PLEs I've seen in a very, very long time. Starting off the night in incredible fashion, we had Rhea Ripley versus Liv Morgan for her women's world title. And then we finally saw Dominic Mysterio turn on Rhea to then go with Liv. And that was an incredible start to the night.
Well, I want to talk about her dislocating her shoulder and then just continuously popping it back into place. Like,
yeah.
I don't know if that was part of the script, but I mean, it looked like she was in real pain, and like it looked like it took a long time for her to get it back into its socket. So her hitting the table right in front of Michael Cole, Pat McAfee, Corey Graves, like that was one of the coolest parts of the night for me, was her just continuously popping it back into place.
Absolutely. I think that she's such a dog. Like, she is so incredible at what she does. And yeah, like you said, like it took a while to get it back into place. Sometimes with WWE, that's a work. Like it could just be a hurt shoulder, but that thing was out.
Yeah, no, it was
that was
out
legitimately out.
Yeah.
And yes, slamming it on the announce table or back in from the turnbuckle, like it's just so cool to watch.
Well, I think like even Liv Morgan could tell, because like I think she was like trying to swing her arm a couple times and whatnot, like trying to get her arm back into place, maybe. Yeah. So I think that was super cool.
Yeah, fantastic. And yeah, going back, Dominic Mysterio turns on Rhea, goes with Liv, and that's going to be an incredible storyline. And doubling down on that, Damian Priest fought Gunther for his World Heavyweight Championship. Finn Balor turns on Damian. Yep. So now the Judgment Day is all out of whack.
Carlito is the main guy.
And now it seems that Liv has started to recruit most of the members from the Judgment Day to take everything from Rhea. That sounds like what she wanted to do in her revenge tour, and it's working out really well. It's been fantastic. And that match with Damian and Gunther was also great.
Yep.
I really liked it.
I agree.
And it's setting up a lot of fun stuff with Liv, Dominic, Finn, and now we're going to have Rhea, and I'm presuming her and Damian are going to be kind of the last two standing members of the Judgment Day. And I think that sets them up to finally turn face.
Yeah.
Because I think they've become those fan favorites that they're going to be like the bad guys, but you're still going to cheer for them. Like, it doesn't matter what Rhea does. Like, people are still going to lose their minds when she's out there. And I think that gives them that separation to work towards a new face turn for both of them. So that'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I agree. I'm excited to see what Triple H cooks up.
Mm-hmm. And then, of course, we had Braun Breaker defeat Sami Zayn for the Intercontinental Championship, which I thought was great.
Yeah.
I am excited to see Braun Breaker as a champion. I think he deserves it. He's incredible. And then we had Nia Jax defeat Bayley for her championship, and that was also perfectly done. And then hometown kid, we had Logan Paul go against LA Knight.
Yeah.
I know that you're a Logan Paul guy, so what do you make of that fight?
I just think he's just so incredibly talented. Like, just the things that like he can do in the ring like are just like insane to me. So I just wanted to take a moment to like just acknowledge him and like just appreciate like what he's done. Like, I mean, he held the US championship for a long time. And I mean, I think it's a well-deserved break for him to lose that title. And I think him having a kid soon, I think he deserves that break. And so, but I'm also a fan of LA Knight, so I was glad that he was the one to take it from him.
Yeah, I think LA Knight finally getting a championship is incredible. There was no other way to go for him but up, and he completely deserves it. And it's time for him to hold the belt.
Yeah,
but yeah, going back to what you said, Logan Paul he's insane at what he does. It's so crazy to think of like going from YouTube or from Vine to YouTube now to this and just absolutely dominating,
excelling, like over exceeding what people thought he could do.
That springboard moonsault out of the ring onto LA Knight was one of the best looking moonsaults I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like, it was perfect. And so, yeah, it's just a joy to watch him
I agree.
compete. He's so cool and plays the heel perfectly, everything down to the Prime sponsorship in the middle of the ring. People hate him for that. The huge Prime display around the ring, like it just builds his character even more. So it's been awesome to have him here. His feud with LA Knight was amazing. But yeah, much deserved break for him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But moving on, CM Punk made his, not debut, but it was his first
singles match in like 10 years, right?
Yep, his first televised singles match in 10 years. And he fought Drew McIntyre with Seth Rollins as the special guest referee.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
Incredible storytelling.
Absolutely. It was just perfect. They had everything with the bracelet with AJ and
that was fantastic.
And Larry on it.
Yeah.
Just a perfect feud. And having all three of them hate each other equally made it a lot of fun.
I agree.
I wanted to ask you, what did you think of CM Punk's in-ring wrestling performance? Because I think it looked pretty good.
He looked great. Like I was way more impressed with him than I was when I watched Royal Rumble when he tore his tricep. But I think like that was also like him maybe not being like completely ready. So I was really impressed. Like I was really impressed with what he could do. And yeah, I thought it was a fantastic match. I really enjoyed the storytelling within the match of Drew McIntyre having the AJ Lee bracelet and then CM Punk taking it off and then having Seth Rollins wear it, having CM Punk let his emotions kind of get the best of him.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was incredible storytelling. Because you could tell that like even when Drew McIntyre finally got him down for the pin, Seth Rollins was questionable on that last count,
mm-hmm.
where he was like, all right, I guess I got to let this guy win.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
I thought it was incredible.
Incredible. Yeah, I loved every second of it. When CM Punk finally landed the GTS for the first time in 10 years in WWE, it was incredible.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm really excited to see where that feud goes because all three of them are fantastic. I wouldn't count out a triple threat between them at some point. I think eventually it'll culminate in CM Punk versus Seth Rollins at WrestleMania because CM Punk finally can get his WrestleMania moment that he came back for. But yeah, credit to him, credit to Drew McIntyre. What an incredible heel he has become.
I agree.
He's been great, but then as soon as I know it wasn't intentional to injure CM Punk, but ever since then, he has become such an incredible heel that he is must watch every night. He is, you have to keep up with him on Twitter because he's insane. He's so out of pocket. And Seth Rollins is great as well.
Yep.
So tons of fun. But yeah, we got the main event, which was Cody Rhodes versus Solo Sikoa. That was Bloodline Rules. And what did you make of it?
Well, aside from the ending, it was kind of WrestleMania 2.0 with less stars.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of felt like.
Yeah.
But no, I loved the whole match. I thought it was fantastic. I really enjoyed how Randy Orton and Kevin Owens kind of have Cody Rhodes back, like how that's a kind of just like for sure thing.
Mm-hmm.
Where you could also tell like Randy's kind of like, I want that WWE title as well. But it's kind of like a full circle moment just because Cody Rhodes coming up into the WWE was Randy Orton's guy.
Yeah.
Now it's the opposite. But yeah, that match I thought was fantastic. Like I really enjoyed I just enjoyed the ending, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think that was my favorite part. Just the return of the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns. Kind of just showing that he's the real Tribal Chief and that Solo Sikoa has been running his mouth a little bit to now where I'm sure Solo Sikoa probably thought, oh, he's here to help me. Like, let's finish the job.
Mm-hmm.
But hit him with a Superman's punch and then hit the spear. One of the biggest pops I've heard in a long time. So.
Yeah, no, absolutely. The entire crowd going, ooh, wow.
Yep.
Like, it was so loud. And I think as soon as his music hit, which they debuted new music for him, which was pretty cool. It kind of built on his previous theme, which is one of the best of all time, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns' theme is incredible. But as soon as the new theme hit, it was almost involuntary for my finger, like, to acknowledge.
Yeah.
It was in, like, I didn't want to make this. I mean, I did, but it wasn't like my choice.
Yeah.
Like, if I didn't want to, I couldn't have stopped it. But seeing him back in the ring after this long is so cool, and to be on Cody's side. I mean, not even really on Cody's side, but just against Solo. Like,
Yep.
he's coming for that revenge. We're getting that Roman Reigns face turn, which will be incredible. And it's just so good to have him back.
Yeah,
Like, he
I
is
agree.
truly one of the GOATs. And Cody's incredible. It's so hard not to root for Cody Rhodes.
Yep. Finish the story.
Finish the story.
And has been doing a great job. And I think the thing that I like the most about Cody is, like, even he was, like, at these other live events and like these smaller shows, like, he'll stay for hours to just sign autographs.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's just, like, awesome, because he told everybody, he was like, these are the people that got me to where I am. And, like, I think that's fantastic. Just acknowledging the crowd and just, like, really showing love to them. It's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I think
absolutely.
he's been a fantastic champ.
Incredible champion. And I think going back to last night with his entrance, that was one of my favorite entrances I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Starting in his trailer, he walks out, goes and picks up Pharaoh, and who is 13 years old now. And so it's Pharaoh's last road trip, as Cody posted. Walks Pharaoh down the way, meets up with Arn Anderson, and has a great conversation with him. He tells him, he's like, oh, I got friends for you that are coming that you might not even know. So you know something great's going to happen. So it's setting the tone. And just the one shot of him walking all the way into the ring, it's beautiful. These one-shot entrances are so sick.
No,
And that one
a
was
really good job.
And that one was especially great to me. Yeah, and then the match was great. Jacob Fatu is insane.
Yeah, I saw a video of him today in a walking boot, so hopefully he's not out for too long.
Yeah, and I heard that the splash that he did into the announce table, obviously he hurt his foot. We don't know if it was real or not, because he sold it well.
Yeah.
I've heard that he was just selling it, but regardless, it was incredible, and it looked and felt real.
Yeah.
And it was so well done. And he's just a maniac. Like, he is so
amazing.
athletic. It's crazy. It's cool to watch him.
He's great at his job.
Yeah. And my thought is that if he was selling it, then they just didn't want him to come face to face with Roman yet. And that'll be something bigger, and have its own moment.
Yeah.
Which will be great. But yeah, and then fast forwarding to Roman coming out, hitting Solo with the spear, helping Cody win, just capped off a perfect night. Like, I don't think that they made one wrong decision, honestly.
I think it was fantastic.
Yeah. And looking back at Money in the Bank, there were some decisions that were kind of questionable, kind of just essentially just wasting the Money in the Bank briefcase completely. It was gone in a night. And so there was a lot of controversy with that card. But fast forwarding here, it was perfect.
Yeah.
I didn't think they made one wrong decision. It was perfectly booked and a ton of fun to watch.
Yeah, I agree.